Hello again, Saameron. You are awake at last. What a pleasure to see you again. It's always good to see old friends. Don't talk if you don't want to. I'll just listen. It has always been so satisfying to put my hands on you. If you want to keep me out of your head, just vocalize a little. How did I? I saw a photo of you. You know what that is? A picture. Standing in a swimming pool outside one of their institutes. Naked. I could see by the way you were supporting yourself that you had damaged your back, and I knew then that you needed my help again. You're shivering. Are you cold? No. You are sure? You crashed a lander, I hear. You did well to set it down in one piece. Others didn't do so well. No casualties apart from your spine. You were in a lot of pain before you passed out. How did you cope with the pilot training? I know you can't read. Oh, Shaw did the reading for you. That pretty little psychopath. I wonder what became of him. You know, reading isn't as difficult as you think. Perhaps I could help you out there. But of course, you would owe me a favor. Another favor. No, it's not because you are stupid. That's just prejudice. Well, compared to a Nadev, perhaps. Aren't you one of those performers who memorized the whole of Havarian? 8 hours of epic Hanath poetry. You think a stupid person could do that? They aren't going to leave me entirely alone with you. They don't trust me that much. Not yet. They think this touching is part of your treatment. Oh, the restraints. That's not for my convenience. We've done some work on your back. If you move around, you'll spoil the progress we've made so far. If you're patient, you'll walk out of here in a few days. All you have to do is hold still. A couple of days so far, and nights. You are still a little underweight. The food here is disgusting, isn't it? Oh, I move about fairly freely. You see the human behind me? My minder. Some of them know a little Nadev, so we'll use ship speak if you don't mind. Harder for them to learn, harder for them to understand. And they like me to wear these red scrubs. You like that word? It sounds as though I work in a kitchen. Scrubs. So that no one mistakes me for a human doctor. You would think the ears would be enough of a clue. Mind you, the colour reminds me of our uniform, so... You look good. Your back is magnificent. I can see that you've been working on that. Except for this stupid fucking tattoo. Didn't you have anything better to do? You do know there's a slight misspelling. Just a small one. I could explain, but I don't know that it would mean anything to you. You'll have to work on your legs a little once your spine is properly fixed. Then you'll be perfect again. Your guards told me you cried when you heard my name. You were confused, they said, because of the drugs. Was it because of the drugs? You're not frightened of me, are you? We're old friends, aren't we? How are you feeling? Nightmares. Oh, just me playing in your memories again. Watching your owner die. I never tire of that. Oh, I know how much that hurts you. Better for you if you're asleep while I indulge myself. Oh no, don't cry. I've already listened to that one 4 times. I won't make you live it again. Of course, her husband was the one that actually bought you. Your first memories of him are delicious. You were so small, and he was such a monstrous brute of a man. Your second raid, was it? Watching you plunge your knife in, twist and rip open his heart. That's another favourite of mine. You looked into his eyes and watched him die. Watched the lights go out. That always shocks me, thrills me. All that hatred. So unlike you. I can give you perfect English while you're here. No, you don't. You really don't. But we'll fix that. Like we fixed your Nadev when you came shipside. Oh, please, you spoke Nadev like a Hanath noble. Small wonder you got thrashed for it. Just about every time you opened your pretty mouth. Well, you were pretty. All that curled, perfumed hair, and the paint on your face. I think I will give you reading as well. That would be quite something for a carrot body slave, even one as beautiful as you. I hope you still remember that I saved your life when I fixed your jaw. Oh, I think I've been thanked. Your mind is such a pleasure to me, a veritable playground, my favourite treasure trove. The kitchen girls. The kitchen girls on the estate. Your first time. Thanks to you, I know what that felt like. Warm, soft. The way she giggled. The smell of bread baking. And you were so afraid. So very afraid. What a risk you took. But you just could not resist. But the real prize in that memory is when you were caught and she denounced you. Cried and said you forced her. She teased and tempted you, got you into the most terrible trouble imaginable, and then gave you the blame. You were terrified. And then you said, yes, that's right, I forced her. You were a brave little bastard even then. No, it made no difference to your punishment, only to hers. But I'm not sure I would have had the courage. The terror when your owner confronted you. He was so angry. You were a non-breeder, worthless to the breeding farm. They would not take you back. A huge financial loss. And so for you, a brothel or a mine, and probably the guardhouse first. You shook with fear, peed yourself. I felt the warmth of it on my legs, the shame of it. Yes, you're right, shame is my favourite. And pain, of course. And then when his wife decided to rescue you, oh, I know what it was like to share her bed, how much she taught you about pleasing a woman. I know how much you loved her. I felt it. An unusual feeling for me, I must say. And then the raid when she was killed in front of you. I felt that too, so many times. Be still. Be still. I won't play it again. I was there when you attacked the raider. Who did it? You almost killed him. You really tried. It took 3 of them to beat you down. Quite a beating they gave you. I felt your ribs crack. I know the misery you felt. Water, of course. Here, don't move. Use the straw. Better. No, no food. The tube is feeding you for now. Tomorrow, perhaps. Or the next day. This is so much more civilized, isn't it? Catching you in the corridors of the Vengeance was always so tricky. Of course, the first thing I always looked for was your last hiding place. You didn't realize. You must have seen it was getting harder to avoid me. What was it you said that set off the combat trainers? My owner. If you talk like a slave, we'll treat you like one. It was brutal, but it wasn't personal. They looked for someone each time there was a new intake. Someone to make an example of. And this time it was you, that's all. The shock when they grabbed you by that beautiful long hair and threw you down. You didn't even raise your hands to protect your face. Not a mistake you would ever make again. For a long, long time you would even cover your face when you slept. Oh, the agony was exquisite. The pain of a smashed carrot face, so fragile, so vulnerable. Your, not anger, your rage when you cut your hair with a combat knife. Your fear when you thought we would let you starve. You couldn't swallow, you could barely breathe. Your struggle to keep up with the training sessions. The pain in your face was terrible. But you wanted to live. You were on fire to live. And you wanted to fight. And the gratitude in your heart when I told you I would fix your jaw, your face. The others proposed putting a stiletto into the base of your skull and tossing what was left out of the airlock. But I overruled them. You were so grateful. You knew then that I was your friend. Of course, I was making an investment. I had an idea that your mind would be as interesting as that body. For a long time I didn't touch you because I didn't want to ruin the work I had done. I waited weeks for you to heal. I was patient, and then I let you show me your gratitude. And then, of course, because I am a generous man, I gave you Nadev, the way a Nadev speaks it. And now here we are again, another chance for me to spend a night in your head. Several nights. I have been almost everywhere in your head. Sometimes when I need to relax, I listen to your memories, replay them. It soothes me. Relax, I'm just checking your teeth. That's the one I replaced. Daria convinced me you would struggle to eat without it. I think he just wanted you to be pretty again. It has lasted well. Daria even reattached the tip of your tongue. That's beautiful work. Almost a shame. I enjoyed your lisp. Oh, your expression is wonderful. How very much you would like to bite me. But just how badly do you want to walk again? Tell me something. What did you give Daria? He took serious risks, broke the rules for you more than once. Much of what he did was arguably cosmetic, and our resources were always limited. How did you convince him? How did you reward him? Was his price the same as mine? Kindness. You liked him. That's all you gave him. As far as I know, he died on the Vengeance when the hull broke open. A great waste. Well, time for you to go to sleep again, I think. I want to play. Relax, I'll take care of it. These humans are saying to themselves, what a kind man. See how he spends every night at that poor boy's bedside. Oh, what a sweet whimper. Yes, of course you are. I can feel it. We adjusted your spine. There will be pain. I suppose I could give you a soother, but really, that wouldn't suit me, would it? Be patient. You'll be asleep in a few moments. Where shall we go to tonight, Saameron?